Richland School District in Washington State is doing away with their swings because they feel that it's too much of a liability, and insurance companies want them to do away with them. So an official released a statement about this because, as you can imagine, some parents are upset. They grew up with swings. They don't understand why the swings have to go. So here's what the official had to say. As schools get modernized or renovated, or as we're doing work on the playground equipment, we'll take out the swings. It's just really a safety issue. Swings have been determined to be the most unsafe of all the playground equipment on the playground.
So I'm very curious which way you guys are going to go on this. I'm actually, believe it or not, torn on this issue. You're not torn at all.
Look, I don't have kids, so maybe one day when I have kids, I'll change my mind. But I loved swings. I grew up on. I have fond memories of my dad taking me to the park and letting me play on the swings for an hour at a time.
We all grew up on getting our ass beat by our parents. It's not necessarily the right thing to do.
No, but
Drop it. Now, Justice Kasparian, I am really split on the issue, so go ahead, make your case.
My case is we are babying our children way too much, okay? No one's gonna die from a swing. They might get a little injured, but they could get injured running, they could get injured playing kickball, they could get injured playing handball. I mean, really, like, are we just gonna ban everything because we're so worried about the kids getting injured? It's part of growing up. You go out there, you play, you risk injury.
Okay, now, counterpoint. There are 200,000 playground injuries every year, okay? And many of them are because of swings. Swings lead to the most injuries out of all the playgrounds.
That's a misleading sentence.
That
is a misleading sentence. They started off by saying there are 200,000 injuries every year.
In the article, they scream it.
Right? And then they go like, many of which are caused by swings. No, give me an exact figure, please, because I'd like to know.
It's obvious they don't have an exact figure.
Yeah,
Sam Harris said a little bit.
Yeah.
But, okay. I shouldn't have said that. Okay. But I do believe them. You're right. I shouldn't have even said most, because they are not saying most. They're saying many. Okay. And it's also some logic and common sense and that's why they're taking them out first, because it is the anecdotal, at the very least, the anecdotal evidence of that school that the swings cause the most accidents. Honestly, the whole what do we call the playground? Something with a monkey.
Monkey bars.
Monkey bars. The whole thing, right? The whole jungle, whatever it is. Jungle gym, right? The whole thing looks incredibly dangerous to me. But to give you a sense of what a dork I am, I thought it was incredibly dangerous when I was a kid. I was like, these swings, I mean, I could fall off this thing. I don't know. And then you want me to crawl across that? You crazy dog? I'm not doing that, right? So I don't know why we expose our kids to like the most dangerous thing when they're the youngest. So, I mean, it's not like it's Ebola, but obviously kids can fall off of it. I'm constantly worried that they're going to break their neck.
I can't believe that this is your commentary on this. I'm actually really surprised. I think that this is going above and beyond when it comes to keeping kids safe.
I hear you. I think most Americans are with you, but let's find out what the rest of the court says. Justice Jackson.
Keep them. Keep the swings. I mean, I get that they're dangerous. Who knows the numbers again, like Anna pointed out. But, I mean, again, I have fond memories of getting the swing so damn high that it skips, and you're like, okay, when am I gonna jump? When am I gonna take?
My case, thanks.
When am I gonna take my? No.
Yeah.
You know how the case is made? I've never broken a bone. My injuries came from.
No. See, let me just extinguishing that case.
Reason.
No, except when the sand, of course, melts away, and as JR was saying this morning, you've got a giant rock that sticks out. That almost always happens. Okay.
It was always railroad ties.
Then why don't we ban the rocks?
Right? Oh, okay. No, you guys are totally wrong on one particular thing, which is it never happened to me. Yeah, but it happened to 200,000 people every year.
No, it did not happen to 200,000 people every year.
No, I'm not saying just swings, but playground injuries. Playground injuries. It happens to 200,000. Just because it didn't happen to you doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
That means that there are other things on that playground that lead to injuries. So do we just ban the jungle gym?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
about.
You're
insane.
Okay.
You're insane.
Well, I'm considering it.
We want kids to be more physically active. We don't want to discourage them, and this is just another way of discouraging them.
Why do they have to be physically active? Like
because our kids are getting fat. That's why.
No. Why do they specifically have to be physically active in a place where they can go break their necks? Why can't they be physically active in other contexts? Why don't we set up bikes for them?
They can fall off their bike
running in a field gets boring, bro. Like, fucking, what do you want them to just open up a lawn and be like, all right, just run around in circles?
Okay, no. I'll give you a sense of what we did when we were in elementary school, okay? We used to play a much safer sport called Kill the Man with the Ball. That was literally what we called it, okay? I don't know if you guys played that or wherever you grew up. And I love that game. So somebody would grab the ball and they'd run until people piled on them and ripped the ball out, okay? And then that guy would run. It was a big open field, okay? And I'd grab the ball and I would never let go. See, now that's a good all-American game.
How many reported injuries are from that?
None, because
Exactly.
no one's ever reported.
Exactly, because everybody's unconscious.
Yeah, I think Anna's surprise for your judgment on this, Cenk, is you've always lead these conversations with, we baby our kids too much. Let 'em
That's
be
right.
kids.
That's right.
So it's that's the reason
That's
why
why
I
I'm
think-
split.
Yeah, so what happened with the
Because
swing?
I don't like that stuff. Like I ever since I was a kid, like I said, I worried. I'm like, oh man, if I swing high enough, this thing's gonna loop around. I'm not gonna do that, right? Right? Jump off. What are you, crazy? I'm not jumping off. Okay, I'm gonna slow down and eventually I will just stop. Okay. So, but I'm a rational guy because I know that will, even back when I was a kid, I knew, well, it happens a certain percentage of the time. I don't want it to be in that percentage for me. Now that I got kids, I definitely don't want it to be in that percentage for my kids.
Is your kid crazy? Did they love the swings?
Well, no, my son is as careful as I am. He's like, let's go on the swings, let's swing really high, but don't get carried away, okay? My daughter, who's 2 years old, is like, more. All right, so Jesus, you're also voting keep the swings?
Yeah, are you crazy? Yeah. So much
I don't know why, but I thought you were going to come to my defense. No, you have not.
That's crazy. And you played football too. Like, you lead with your head, or some people.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I'm okay with mental damage.
Oh, okay. go ahead.
Okay, I have not made a very effective case here.
No, you have
I'll be
not.
honest with you. And in the end, I will not even vote for my side.
I love it.
So we're going to be unanimous. To me, it was a 55-45 call. But yeah, let the kids swing. They love it. And I know we're going to get some injuries, but you know what? I'm going to chalk that up under freedom. You know what America has? Swings.